Potato Cat, welcome to our channel. Today we're playing Tokyo Dark. We are currently finding out info about the mask and stuff, and that led us here to whatchamacallit, dojo, whatnot, and we're just talking to foreigners about it. You see, it says so right here in the dojo's flyer. He was out here about 10 minutes before you came handing them out. Kinda seemed a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him though. I admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our head. But we're glad we're able to help you regardless. Makes me feel a little silly now, trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trained so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now. You're associated with the police somehow? Who, me? No, of course not. I am an investigator, see, like a private detective. Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right? Exactly, I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chests when they talked about the kendo competitions, like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid it much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask has yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana. Seems like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have just been a disaster. Look. This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has very traditional aesthetic. Is there anywhere else we can go? No? No, just into the dojo. Okay. Who are you? Detective Ito. A friend of mine. We're not a detective. I can't say detective. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really? You think that I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April, who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be her friend, to no doubt to get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read us all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here. For myself, or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Well then. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. Okay? So, back to whatchamacallit we go. Now, going back to Kamakura. Okay. Going all the way to the shrine. Go to the shrine. Hello, Mai. Your brother's being a dick. Help me. Your brother. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep, you found Big Brother. Alright. He's been protective of me since we were little. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family has been acting so strangely. Even my own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Ito. If I was alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way. But if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents and the mask and everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No. No more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai. Is she gonna follow me around? No. No, she's not. Okay. Okay. What? A dead crow lays in the middle of the street. The small body is in a bad state of decay, covered in dried blood. The maggots have begun eating at its remains. That wasn't there before. Did I miss anything over here? Is there another dead crow? No, just making sure. I said no visitors. Leave me alone. Grandma, it's me. Please open the door. Mai? Oh my, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in. Okay. Wait, what is she doing here? It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help. Help? Ah, don't make me laugh. You were supposed to help me, remember? I felt something and you were going to free me from the past. Free you? Are you talking about the mask? Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it, like needles in my skin, dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still see that place. Have you seen it too, Detective? A dark place where those you've lost reside. I'm so old and have wasted much time, and yet pain won't go away. My poor Yumiko. I miss her so much. If only I could have found her. Yumiko? You mean Mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Takashi told me she died after I was born. Yes, of course. You shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine. No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will. Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know, your mother. And you, Detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, what you think you're able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough. You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family. Touché. Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami? Grandma, this again? I'm sure Ito's not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going. Stay right there. Though, I've told you this story many times, you don't seem to grasp its importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it. Izanagi and Izanami are the first of the gods known to us as the Kami. In the legend, it was the drops in the ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of the mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world all around us. For a time, life was peaceful. However, as Izanami gave birth to Kagutsuchi, the Kami of Fire, she was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying and faced with her mortality, new Kami were born from her suffering. Kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed away, Izanagi was inconsolable, and in his rage, he struck down that child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered in the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try and ask the gods of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his home alight in order to look upon his most lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. How beautiful! In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world, yet resisting it is a perversion of the natural order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. You must stop. Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things. The story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see that? The things you are pursuing, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning, and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards take my Imiko, then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Mai, come here. Come here, my sweet child. We must keep you away from her. No, Grandma. I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I am an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore. No, you can't. You can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, Mai. That's how incest happens. So, no, gross. You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal. Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much these lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. You tell us stories about kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me too. At least he makes sense. This time he's going to tell me the truth about everything. About Mom and Dad too. No, stop. I'm telling you how your parents, how they... You can't, can you? You never told me how they died. The reasons always change every time I ask. No, Mai, please. You must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there, and they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see? They? Who are you talking about? You're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon. Don't go, please. Goodbye, Grandma. Grandma's gonna die, isn't she? I'm sorry. She's gotten much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi. Well, I mean, the darkness, where our loved ones are, and keep being dragged back, seems like it fits. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, where do you think you're going? Mai and I are leaving, what of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Mai's grandmother, and she said she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught fainting on my shift again, but it must be pretty bad if she called. Mai's an adult, and her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere. Use violence. If that is my only option, use violence. Let's go talk to her grandmother. Okay? And not use violence. Okay, listen, old lady. Oh, wait, no visitors. And ignore any voices you hear in the background. Okay, we're just going to use violence then. Well, you know, maybe there's something in the shrine. I don't really want to use violence if it's not necessary. I keep losing my professionalism every time I do. Oh, I can pick up the bird. Oh, good thing I'm wearing gloves. This better work. I'm gonna throw the bird at him. And then I won't have to use violence. Show dead bird. Oh my god. I told you about how I don't like about well, it's not really my thing, you see? In the germs and okay, I'm a little dizzy, just going to investigation +5. Oh dear, did he just faint? Sure looks like it. He'll be fine. Let's get moving. Okay. Now let's go to Asakusa. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop. Doesn't look bad at all. Still want me to buy octopus balls. I won't do it. Okay, Mai, here we go. Mai, what are you doing here? Did she make you come? It's not like that, Takashi. It was my idea. I asked her to come talk with you, but you sent her away. Almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her? Surely if you need to talk to me, you can come yourself. My sister doesn't need to be talked to. I did, and you turned me away, so... No, if I come alone, you just evade all my questions like you always do. Besides, there's something I need to see. See what? What are you talking about? Where did you get that? Put it away. So you do know what it is. Something from me? That's not true. I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you ever need to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't change the subject. This isn't about Ito. Hi, I understand that you're upset with me, but we should talk about this another time. Furthermore, that mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April, when Mai was held at knife point by another girl, it was this mask that she was after, a mask your family is connected to. Looking for it? I suppose I've been a fool to think I could keep the truth of our family's past away from you. The past? Does this have to do with Mom and Dad? Yes, and so much more. first saw the mask when I was a child, before you were born. The truth is, it belonged to a cult in Kamenkai, of which your parents were numbered. Oh great! Your parents were cults. In a cult. What? A cult? You're kidding. How did your parents get mixed up in that? I know how it sounds. I find it hard to believe myself. They were a group led by a guru named Tokimasa, who promised a simpler life away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Our parents both had master's degrees, and my mother was on her way to earning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and their careers to follow some mystic and live on a compound instead. The Kamenkai were one of many such groups back then. I was a child and didn't understand, but thinking about how our parents were deceived and what they put me and my through, it's unforgivable. The mask was on the compound, but for what purpose or what they believed it could do, I don't know. Do you think there are any members of the Kamenkai who left you? No. No, you see, there are no surviving members. They died, all of them, including our parents. I'm sorry, I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into the room where we were sleeping, saying we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark, and I could barely see, but she kept charging forward with mine in her arms, and dragging me behind. When we were back in Tokyo several days later, Grandma told me our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad. It was as if she expected it. The government censored much of what happened, so I was never able to learn how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak of it, ignoring it as if my childhood and everything that happened in those woods was all a bad dream. If it weren't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents. Ignoring it couldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. I wonder if they could even cared what might happen to us. As a high schooler, I spent more time trying to find out about the Kamenkai than I did studying. I thought that if I could understand why my parents so willingly gave up their lives and abandoned us, I'd stop feeling so betrayed. But I was wrong. Nothing I found gave me any peace.
Mom, did Dad die as part of some cult? I don't believe it.
It's true. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess that hiding it from you, I was able to hide away my feelings as well. I think for Grandma, it was too painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it secret. There's no way we could live a normal life with the stigma of the Kamenkai attached to us. I suppose keeping that secret hurt us both dearly. For me, pursuing Kendo gave me some measure of control over my life again. But Grandma, who made a choice to leave her only daughter behind, she always seemed to carry the guilt of it with her. She started going out at night, babbling about how she was looking for Mom. When she'd come home, she would have a rotten stink on her clothes. I was too scared to confront her, so I tipped off to the police. They found her wandering in the sewers, holding nothing but the mask, the same one from the cult compound all those years before, and the one you hold now. I was shocked when they gave it to me. I hadn't seen it for so long, and all the unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way I could move on with my life. That doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place. I don't know how she got it. It seemingly appeared out of thin air, or maybe someone gave it to her. She never said. I left the mask with her. It always made me uneasy, and it had a strange aura about it.
Wait, Grandma was looking for
court of why I insisted you going to those private schools away from Kamakura. I couldn't drag you into the madness of her past. We parted ways without ever speaking of it, and she was much better by the time we returned to Kamakura. Detective, what exactly is it that you're looking for? Surely our family's history isn't of use to you. I mean, the cult does sound kind of sketchy. Seems like it might be useful. I assume you heard about what happened to my partner. This mask was there again, and he died. It's more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from.
If that's true, then I want to help. Your partner, he seemed like a nice person.
No, Mai, you've helped plenty, but I have to do this on my own. Ito is right. I apologize for not telling you all of this sooner, but you can't be involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I'd lose you that I lost you that day at the shrine. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you now.
Alright. Thank you for finally telling me the truth, Takashi. I'll head back for now. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you for your help, Mai. You're right, Mai. I'll come visit you soon. It looks like she's gone. Mai's not here. There's no need to be coy. No doubt taking possession of that mask has taken its toll on you. Even in the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. I had such strange dreams and saw things I never would have dreamed of on my own. There's always an unusual air about it that I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to Mai again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is I don't want her getting hurt. But like you said, I don't believe that mask is simply wood and paint. Though I doubt anyone else would believe us. No one ever did, except for one man. On the street Shizung, there's an old tea shop. Perhaps you saw it on the way in? An old historian named Yusuhisa is there occasionally. He's the only one who ever acknowledged what I said about the mask as truth. If you're looking for information on the mask, you may be the person to ask. I never pursued the topic with him, but I speak with him occasionally on other topics. His mind is a vault of valuable information. Hopefully he can shed some light on what it really is. Ooh, investigation +1. I hope so. Please, detective, be careful. Thanks, dude. Okay, we will end this episode here. We'll see what happens in the tea shop in the next episode. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. I am Tia Cat. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.